Hi, I'm Peta and I'm the founder of Women's Health Education Network, which we refer to as WHEN. We're a non-for-profit that specialises in exercise and movement. As an organisation, we are extremely focused on ensuring that education is made available to women so that they can move safely and use their body in the correct manner. So Tracy is my hairdresser, and I would come into the salon and get my hair done, and it would amaze me how she could get through a day of work. The way she was hanging off her body, locking her knees, hanging off her hips, I was like, I'm sure this is not going to be good for her. Anyway, I was lucky enough to get her as a client in my studio, and one of the things that we noticed was that all the aches and pains that she was presenting with could directly be related to the way she was using her body at work. So it made me really curious, and I started to do some research, and I looked to see if there was any research on workplace injury in hairdressing. And the surprising thing is there's this huge amount of research out there. But what I did note, which is quite unnerving, is that none of that has actually dissipated to the hairdressing community in a practical way. So we have all this information around, but none of it is being given to hairdressers to help them. So if we look at some of the research that's out there, 71% of hairdressers in one study reported feeling pain either in their shift or after work, which in any field this is unacceptable. Another study points to the fact that hairdressers have their arms above 60 degrees for a long part of their shift. Now, if you look at the research around professions that have their shoulders above 60 degrees or their arms above 60 degrees, it means that they're more likely to have shoulder injuries and debilitating pain in their shoulders. So these two things alone are enough that hairdressers should be addressing this issue. But if you look at the fact that hairdressers hang off their bodies, they do repetitive movements and have static positions for long periods of the day, in any profession this sort of movement would create repetitive strain, joints wearing out and pain. So Tracy and I had long talks, whether it was in the salon or in the studio, of how we could implement some things that could help her staff. We thought about it for a really long time, and then we came up with this workshop. The idea behind the workshop is it's a very practical workshop that hairdressers can do when they get into the salon, on their lunch breaks, during their shifts, so that they can ensure that their bodies work for them and they can get longevity out of their careers. At any time, if any of the exercises in this workshop give you any pain or discomfort, you should discontinue doing them. Especially if you're having pain, you need to go and get it seen by a medical professional. Remember, your body is your tool as much as your scissors are, and I know how pedantic hairdressers are about scissors and looking after them. So why not put your body as much as a priority as your scissors? I hope you enjoy our course.